My name is Ryan Postel, co-founder of CodeStitch, and in this video we're going to do a brief overview of what CodeStitch is, what makes it so special, and how to use it. Number one, we are an HTML and CSS only component library, meaning we don't use Tailwind or Bootstrap frameworks, and there's nothing to npm install. You literally just copy and paste the CSS, and you're ready to go. So right away we have all of our recent ones that we posted. You can see the display images of what they are. We have the Get Code button to get the code. You can see the preview of that stitch in a new window. You can save it to your favorites, where I already have a ton of favorites, and if we don't have one, we can create a folder, name it, click and save, and it will be saved into a Save Stitches folder that is right over here, so that you can compile your own collections of stitches that make up a whole website you're trying to design, so that when you are done designing it, like for this solar company I did, we can go back and we can find all of the stitches we used for it so that we can make it one by one instead of having to go find them again. They're all collected in our Save Stitches folder. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. I'm just going to take this code. And this is our dialog box for code. We have our HTML, our CSS, and some core styles. We have CSS, less, and SAAS options. So you choose which one you want. And if you click this, you also get dark mode styles. So I like to use less. Let's grab the HTML, pop it in here, save, grab the CSS. I'm going to use less, and let's do some dark mode. Copy, and we're going to paste and save. This core styles, this is what you add to your style sheet that is shared on all pages, your global style sheet. It has some of the variables and some of the styles for like our topper, title, and text groups, so that you can change them once in that one spot, and then they change on every stitch that you add to your website. So it's just a way to pull out repeated information so that you can better edit your site with more control. Now that we saved that, if we go to our working page, this is what it looks like. And we can hover over it. It's got some base, like these are blue, but the base styles are orange. So they will adapt whatever colors you choose for those variables in your project. But you can see we have some nice animations. Let's inspect it so that we can do the responsiveness. They are 100% mobile responsive. All of our stitches are built mobile first. So we start with the mobile screen, and then we add code as we go for the tablet and desktop, and they just grow nice and neatly into their final design. And that's it. So if we wanted to grab another section, let's grab this hero section. I'm going to copy the code. Here's the HTML. And let's put this at the top because this is our hero section. Save. Get our CSS, less, dark mode. And let's put this at the top. And save. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top here. And you'll notice all of our CSS is written in MIDI queries. We even have a 0rem one, which seems a little redundant, but that is so we can collapse it. So once you add a stitch, you can actually collapse all the media queries so that you have these nice little media query blocks of your section's CSS, and they're all labeled by the section that they belong to. So this is our mobile code, our tablet, and this is our dark mode code. So when I save and go to here, now we have a hero section. And we have our services section down here, and when we inspect and go to mobile, it's all 100% responsive. It's basically ready to go. And let's go ahead and get out of here. And when we hit the dark mode, we can actually see all of the dark mode styles that came with it. So like this one, we lose the background, but the borders turn white and the bubbles turn a little gray. So all of our stitches come with a built-in dark mode styles so that you can use them without having to write your own. And we have the dark mode functionality here at the bottom, where you can grab either one of these color schemes. So when you get the code, all you do is just add this button to your site, add the CSS for base dark mode styles, like changing your body and your text all to white, and then the JavaScript that makes it work. And now you have dark mode, and all of our stitches will respond to this dark mode. And we also have the private library. You'll notice this in the top right. There's the CodeStitch and the private library. This is your personal component library, where you can create your own stitches, and you can use your own navigation here on the side. This is yours. You create this. and you organize your personal stitches. Like this is my personal collection that I've made. And when I create this stitch here, we can title it, we can select the section it belongs to, the category, and if we want a new one, we just add a new category, and we add a new, we add a new section, and then we add a new category to that section. So like buttons has a category of all, icons, social review. If I wanted to add new buttons, I would just click on the buttons section. And so you see here the icons, social review, icons, and standard. I would just click to add a new one, and I'll get a new button in there. Then we can add tags to it, so you can search your library by these tags, upload your display image, a Figma URL if you made one, and then we have our basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But with this, you can also add a code file. So if you don't see anything in here, if you wanted to add a less file or add a SAAS file, I created these myself. And if you wanted to add a Tailwind style, you can. And that's what this is, add a new code type. So if you don't see the one you want, because I think it starts with just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I added all these. So you can create your own code type. Let's say we wanted to call this Tailwind, and this is just going to be HTML, right? So when you create this, you can select the Tailwind code option, and you can add all of your Tailwind code to it, so that you can make your own personal Tailwind component library, maybe of components that you found in other libraries, and you want to compile them all into one library that rules them all, that you can access really easily. We give that to you. I think that's what makes us unique, because we are a component library that also lets you create your own component library. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you have this report a bug feature. So if you click on this, it'll bring up a form, and you can tell us if you found anything wrong, if there's a bug, or if there's an issue, or if you just have an idea like, hey, I think this would be a lot easier if we did things this way so that you can use the service in a certain way. All of these emails go directly to me and my co-founder. So we read every email we get, and if you have any problems, we make sure it gets fixed that day, or the next day if you emailed us at 2 in the morning. But yeah, you have a direct line to the founders of CodeStitch, and we read everything. So whatever's on your mind, if you wanted to improve CodeStitch, let us know. If you found a bug, let us know so we can fix it. Also, if you notice any problems with the stitches, so if we go to the CodeStitch dashboard, and let's say you saw an error with this stitch, 1874, when you click on the Report a Stitch button, it'll actually bring up the stitch that you're on, and you can tell us what's going on with it. And when the email comes to us, it'll tell us what stitch it is, and we'll also be able to respond to you by an email. It pulls the email from your account, and from there we can reply directly to let you know, oh, hey, we just fixed this. And then you can submit your report. Again, it goes to us directly. And if we go back to a private library, and if you come down here, you'll notice that we have this trash box and this pen box where you can delete a stitch if you made a mistake or don't need it anymore, or you can edit it if you wanted to fix it or add some extra code. So maybe this one had HTML and less. Maybe we wanted to add the SAAS type. So if we do that, we will get a box down here for us to edit the new code. And then we just hit update, and you will have your code there to access. And when we click get code, just like our dialog box, you will also have everything that you put in there, your HTML and your less, and you'll be able to select between the two options that you have here. Right now, I only have less because that's what I use. So that's all that shows up, but you can have as many options here as you want for your CSS, and even your HTML. You can add your JavaScript, but that is it. That is CodeStitch in a nutshell. I tried to keep it as short as possible, but there's so much to talk about. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy CodeStitch even more. Thank you.